What's the crack, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Cards Everywhere here, bring you another weekly league deck profile. So today I have a Marsupials deck for you. It is decently powerful. It probably isn't on the level of the Beowulf, Statue of Liberty, or maybe even the Ancient Egypt, but it'd be close enough. It has a decent bit of kick to it later in the game. So I'll give you a quick rundown and we'll jump into a game. So first up is Wombash. On the return, gain 40 power next turn. Next is Kultar. On the return, this card gains 60 power and costs +1 energy permanently. Then we have Common Spotted Cuscus. At the start of a turn, gain 4 power permanently. And then on the play, lose 26 power permanently. So we'll just be holding on to this card till the final turn of the game. Next we have Southern Greater Glider. On the draw, 3 of your random Marsupials cards in hand gain 40 power this turn. So just be careful when you draw this card to keep an eye on what's getting the boost, so you can maximize it. Next is Ornate Tree Kangaroo. On the draw, your Marsupials cards, wherever they are, gain 26 power until played. Next is Bandicoot. On the draw, your Marsupials cards, wherever they are, cost -1 energy, and if you are losing the round, an extra -1 energy until played. Then we have Saruye. On the play, your cards with opossum in the name, wherever they are, gain 30 power until played. Then we have Grey Slender Opossum. On the play, your Marsupials cards, wherever they are, gain 22 power until played. If you have played Grey Slender Opossum twice this game, your Marsupials cards, wherever they are, gain an additional 18 power this turn. Next we have Agile Gracile Opossum. On the draw, your Marsupials cards in hand gain 35 power until played. And then at the start of a turn, your Marsupials cards, wherever they are, lose 5 power for 4 turns. So we want to play this card as soon as we draw it. Next up is Virginia Opossum. On the play, your Marsupials cards, wherever they are, gain 6 power until played. Then we have Pygmy Opossum. On the draw, your cards in hand gain 5 power this turn. Next is African Pygmy Mouse. On the draw, your cards with Pygmy in the name, wherever they are, gain 15 power permanently. If your deck has exactly 4 cards with Pygmy in the name, give them an additional 15 power permanently. Very, very good card. Next we have Pygmy Shrew. On the play, for every life on land card you have played this game, this card gains 3 power permanently. Also an excellent card. Next we have Pygmy Rabbit. On the return, gain 25 power this round. So we want to try and play this card at the start of a round. Then we have Koala. On the play, your opponent's cards in hand lose 20 power this turn. And the final life on land card is the Ultra Fusion Stampede. On the play, your life on land cards, wherever they are, gain 25 power, and you lose 2 energy this round. Then we have the final 2 cards of the deck. The first one is Atomic Theory. On the draw, if this is the only science card in your deck, your life on land cards, wherever they are, gain 20 power until played. And the final card is Bobbit Worm. On the return, all cards, wherever they are, with 50 or more base power, lose 25 power until played. I think it's an excellent addition to the deck, and the only cards it affects in our deck are Stampede and the Pygmy Rabbit. So I think it will serve us fairly well. So let's jump into a game. So this deck has been doing fairly well for me. It does struggle a bit against the Ancient Egypt deck. That deck just gets too out of hand too quickly. But looks like we have found an opponent. I do believe this is a real opponent. So we'll give a hello and see what we get here. So we got the Bandicoot, which I'll get around straight away, with the Pygmy mouse. And we'll save the shrew at least till next turn. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get the Grey Slender Opossum out in for the first turn. So we're against the Statue of Liberty deck. So this will be a bit of a struggle, especially early on. This deck takes a little while to power up. So I'm going to get the Pygmy Rabbit out. Then the Pygmy Shrew. And I suppose Sorry. So 144. And then next turn I'll get around the Ornate Tree Kangaroo just to get the boosts going again. So let's pay attention to what Southern Greater Glider is going to boost. So I know Koala got the boost, but I want to get the Agile out of our hands so it's not doing damage to us next turn. So the Beowulf deck is doing what it does best. Big damage. So let's get the Bubbleworm around with the Pygmy Opossum and the Stampede for a 2-0-3 start. The opponent's probably going to play a weaker hand. So his tower got the boost to the Door to Hell, but we're not too far behind, and hopefully Bubbleworm hits plenty of stuff in his deck. So we get Coulter out in front with the Wombat and the Virginia Opossum, I think, for a 361. That gets us back into the lead. And the Wombat will give us a nice 40 boost for next turn. And there is our Bandicoot again. So I'm going to get the Bandicoot out in front with the Pygmy Mouse and then Koala in behind for a 416. Should be enough to get the win here. So there we have round 2 in the bag for us. Next turn I'll get the Atomic Theory around. But if I get any permanent boosts, I'll be putting them in front. So we got the Pygmy Shrew. We get the Grey Slender around. And we get the Pygmy Rabbit out as well for a 369. So it is enough to get ahead of the opponent. And we'll be getting 25 power for the rest of the round. So I do want to take advantage of the Glider. So I'll be playing the strong cards this turn, and then I can get rid of some weaker stuff next turn and the Atomic Theory out of the hand. I believe the opponent might be drawing his Door to Hell now. Or was that last round? We'll just wait and see here. So he did get the Door to Hell. So I would have liked to play a weaker hand, but I don't know what he's going to pull out here. Oh, the Tower Boosted Arrow card. There we go. I'm still not 100% sure if this is a real opponent, but I haven't seen the bots play quite as well as this, so I do think it is. So the Atomic Theory is kind of dead in our hand. But I would still like to get Stampede around. So 319 start. So we were able to pull ahead there. So the Bandicoot giving us a nice little energy reduction there. So we're going to go with Pygmy Mouse, Bandicoot and Virginia. So we're on a fairly even playing field now. I don't know what the opponent is holding in hand. He might be holding a pretty good tarot card that's been boosting up. But hopefully it won't be enough. So 598, I do believe that'll be enough. So he was holding on to the Four of Pentacles, but thankfully we were able to get enough power ahead that it didn't make the difference. So there we have it, folks. So the deck can hold its own against the Statue of Liberty decks, but it still does struggle against the Ancient Egypt decks. But it should serve you fairly well this week to get you into the higher ranks. So I hope you did enjoy the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the deck. And I'll catch you again later in the week for more deck profiles. Cards Everywhere, out.